I'm going to add, it says, the first thing jumped out, that boy said, you wicked and lazy servant.
Mm-hmm.
Then he repeated what you said to him. You got me? So I paid attention to that. He said, well, since you knew this, since you know so much, since you know everything, why you ain't put my money in the bank so I can draw some interest since you feel like you know me? And he said, since you ain't do this, I got something for you.
Yep.
You about to go be tortured, and we're going to take that from him. But what he said before that is what stuck out too. He said, here you go. Here go, yo, what you gave me. You got me like he had an attitude like you blessed this game, and I run across people like that.
Yeah.
When it's time for you to get the money back that you loaned them, they got an attitude problem. They act like they don't want to give it back, and they like, well, But when you ask to borrow it, or when I bless you with it, it was a total different attitude. It was a total different mind frame. But now the time has come when it's time to pay up, you going to say this, or you going to give it back with an attitude. Because that's what I got. Because for him to call you wicked and lazy, you must have had an attitude problem and you didn't do what you were supposed to. And you talking to the Lord. That's something else. So you didn't come as a servant. You came as somebody like an outsider, or came as somebody who was entitled. And saying basically, here go your stuff back. Oh, here go your stuff you left me. I got it. Here you go. I ain't did nothing with it. Here you go. So why didn't you do nothing with it? Like you had an option to do something with it and you did nothing with it. So I don't understand that. So since I don't understand that, I'm going to let you go be tortured. Like, leave out of my presence, because everybody already knew what they were supposed to do. So when you know what you're supposed to do and you show up and don't do what you're supposed to do, then how can you feel like you're going to show up and come on in with us? Everybody else, he took them on in and said, let's party, let's celebrate. We about to enjoy all these overs, boy. And I'm going to give you some more responsibility. And I'm going to look out for you more and more and more because you take care of your business. And guess what? I don't have to be present. Like you love somebody who can take care of the business and you don't got to come. I got a business. If I got a worker that works so good, I ain't got to show up to the job site at all. Oh, yeah, I love that worker. That's a faithful servant. That's a good worker. And that's what God be trying to find out. He try you out. And what he try you out in is something that you could do. So you can't come back and give him no excuse. Because we good for an excuse, or we good to have an attitude problem when it's time for us to do what we supposed to do. So instead of coming back, even I feel like if you would have came back with a little more respect. What if you'd have came back and said, well, Lord, I tried to do something and I lost the talent. I would have respected it more because you actually did something and you got out there and you wasn't being lazy and wicked. You got out there and actually tried to do some things. And I feel like if you was out there trying to do some things and guess what, I came back and you had an experience for me and you told me what you did and it might have not didn't work out fully and you just had this much left. I respected it more than you telling me, here go what you gave me back, like you had an attitude with it. So you got to pay attention to how you talk to God and what you do when you dealing with God. And this man, he didn't, to me, have no respect. Everybody else, they talk to the master with respect. They talk to the Lord with respect. They said, look, master, you gave me 5 talents and I made 5 more. I made you 5 more, not me. I ain't say, man, I made you, I got your 5 and I won 5 for me too, baby. Or I ain't say, let's bust down this extra 5. Because us, we gonna say, let's bust that down. We ain't finna say, oh, you left 5 and I got you 10. You crazy? I got you 750. I gotta get somebody to deal, right? I ain't out here working for nothing. But them servants didn't say that. So I paid attention to that. And by them not saying that, he said, I'm gonna give you more.
More.
So you getting more blessings and more blessings and more blessings because you came back and you didn't try to cuff them. You ain't try to be stingy. You ain't try to act funny. Guess what? I know I can trust you now. But when you come back with nothing, or you just come back any kind of way and you come back, I feel like you the one trying to get me. You the one that's not fully on my side. So you the one that shouldn't be a servant of mine. So give what you had to my other servants that I know faithful, and then lock that boy up. And then in total darkness, so you can't see the light. See, that's what they used to do back then. They'll lock you up from the light, from the sunlight. So if you never get no sunlight, you'll become pale and you'll become malnutrition of vitamin D, or from the sun's energy, and you will slowly but surely start breaking down. Lack of sunlight. You begin to dissolve. So he says we're going to put them in total darkness. Because that's where he belonged. Because the way he came at me, he was in total darkness already.
Yeah.
Because you didn't come at me with respect, and you didn't do what I gave you to do. You didn't do nothing with what I bless you with. Amen. That's what I have.